All right, what's up, everybody? Let me move this out the way, like always. That's my little studio. Okay, we see Kodack Black here. That's right, man. And if it looks a little different, it's because I'm using a webcam today. Something's going on my camera, but I wanted to go ahead and get it started. All right. Kodack Black. We've all seen the video. Him now apologizing, and a half-hearted apology about shooting a shot at Lauren London. Now, in case you missed it, here it is right here. Kodack Black apologizes, and he basically said, whatever on IG. But the video was circulated when he said that baby a whole widow out here. He went on to say he'd be willing to give her a whole year and crying and whatever before he makes a move on her. Now that got everybody in LA and across the world all upset, as they should. Kodack Black is so many different levels. So let me start with the first one. I'll work my way back. First of all, Lauren London is not giving this dude any love. No shade. Okay, it is some shade. But whatever. Kodack Black knows. He should know that, come on, bro, that if you weren't rapping, no woman is really going to, come on, dog. Seriously. You thinking that's because he's rapping and he's dating women above his class. That's facts. We all have women above our class. Me, next guy, we all know that, hey, if we get lucky enough, we might get this woman. But 9 times out of 10, not. Kodack Black is not dating Lauren London. Not that. Nah. And I know people say she dated Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne and Kodack Black are 2 different people. Now, let me take another step back as we work back. The fact that he was feeling like it was okay for him to say something like this, which his friend was like, too soon, whatever. He should have listened to his friend. Tank said that in the video. He should listen to his friend. I think, man, Kodack Black knows what he's doing. Everybody's like, nah, I think he just did it on, I think he knows what he's doing. Kodack Black knows what he's doing. Now, I'll say this. I stuck up for him when Michael Rappaport basically made a comment about him saying he couldn't rap. Kodack Black can rap. He's got records. Flat out. Now, when he compared himself to Biggie and Pac, he was smoking. Smoking rapper weed. Went crazy. I get it. Everybody's on Instagram telling you the dopest thing ever. And then you say, hey, I'm good. Nah, not really. Not really. You're decent, but not like a great like Pac and Biggie. Definitely not big. Definitely not. Not even Pac. But anyway. Now this is the thing here, guys. It gets a little. This is where it gets tricky. The fact that this is my opinion only. I think he knows what he's doing because he said openly before he didn't like ZZ, which will make people say why he don't like ZZ, so you'll stream it more. Then he said all of the features that he did before with somebody else. Said, hey, I didn't really want to do those features. I just did them for streams or whatever he was saying. So I think he's doing that to generate just trolling. That's what he's doing. He understands, people want to click me because I say wild stuff. And the biggest thing that was happening was Nipsey Hussle's his woman. Well, Nipsey Hussle's death, and then saying something about his woman will cause a troll. That's why he half-ass kind of apologized, half-ass kind of went in a little bit. He knew he was purposely stepping around it, trying not to disrespect, but it ended up disrespecting everybody. That's why he was like, when he first came back, like, y'all not really listening to what I'm saying, blah, 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 blah. I think he did it on purpose. Well, this is going to work out against him. Now, the reason I think that him and Tekashi 6ix9ine trolled because there was no real repercussions. Tekashi 6ix9ine kept going and going and going because there was no real repercussions. He got out of all of them until this one. Now he had to snitch and this whole different thing. Allegedly snitch. Whatever. And I don't think Kodack Black has been able to say what he wants, do what he wants, do whatever he wants without any real repercussions. Do you remember? I forgot what it was about. When Wayne and Birdman was saying something about some LA gangs or Crips or Bloods, whatever. I don't know. I can't remember. So don't quote me. But I do remember that one of the particular gangs, whether it was both or one, ran up on Wayne and Baby at the airport. They found out when them boys was landing and ran up on them for real. That's a real repercussion. Whatever happened with that, it got squashed, right? Same thing. We've seen stuff with Rick Ross come up. We've seen that stuff come up. We've seen people have real life repercussions for saying wild stuff. Now, I will have to say, point to this. Big Boy, I read this when he posted it. One of my favorite air personalities. Period. He went on and on to talk about how definitely given his pedigree being from LA and how this is a disrespect, and that this apologies really ain't gonna work right now. The apology for Big Boy ain't gonna work because you should know. Now I heard they're not playing his music in LA at all. Period. I'm hearing people asking for him to get boycotted, all type of stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. He's gonna feel a real repercussion, and I think he said on one of his lives that he'd go to LA. He ain't tripping. He'd go. I would not suggest, and just like here, we'll move it. Shout out to TMZ. Right here is a video. Right now, this is a video of Andre Berto, a boxer, who said it's probably not a good idea for him to come to LA because basically, dude. You talked about the man less than a week after he passed away. Talked about getting with his widow, which is insensitive and crazy. And again, I point back to this, and I'm probably Nipsey Hussle probably in heaven looking like, are you kidding me, fam? No, shit, stop. You know. And this again, I wish I could have found a video of him when a fan was hugging him. He looked awkward around women anyway. But that's a whole nother. I'm not gonna sit and trash him. I'm just saying is that this whole trolling era, this whole lack of respect to the genre, to the music, is gonna come back and bite y'all in the ass. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Anybody out here watching, what's up, what's happening? I dare anybody to tell me different. This is gonna come back and bite you in the ass. The people that are talking about the old heads and talking about rap and talking about men that don't care about that stuff, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. This one's gonna be tough to get around. I'm telling you, I can't imagine him being okay in LA for a while because people are hurt about Nipsey Hussle. From what I'm understanding, I'm hearing he's gonna have his funeral in the Staples Center. 21,000 people, free tickets. They were talking about Nipsey Hussle on ESPN, CNN, any news station says something about Nipsey Hussle, and they weren't from LA. All across this country, this has been one of the biggest losses in hip hop because of what he stood for and because of what he's done. Kodack Black as a person, he couldn't even really stand up. If you look at a personal, the facts doesn't line up. I would argue and say maybe Kodack Black has some bigger records than Nipsey. Okay. But who makes the bigger impact on hip hop? Nipsey. And sometimes it's not always about the music, the hit records. It could be about what you mean to the culture, what you mean to your city. I just think that, I'll move on off the story, but I just think this was Kodack's one of his worst moments. His worst moments, and a lot of times I seen him walk out of interviews and things of that nature. I was like, okay, I get that. And, I feel like people were picking on him a little bit. I get that. But this was tasteless, and it goes on, and it's going to shine a negative light on most young hip hop. You got to get away from the disrespect and just do your damn music. Because you guys have these cameras, these phones, these whatever, it's a way for you to disrespect because you know it's going to generate clicks. Stupid. Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb, bro. Don't be dumb because you potentially are playing with your music career. And that's where you're getting the bread. Because if you lose the bread, Kodack, you're not going to be having sex with pretty women anymore. No. No, no, no. 100% unless you pay. Unless you pay. There's a stop. Keep what's got you money in your pocket and people caring about it because this face is not seeing pretty women. It's just not. Unless you rapping. And that's just what it is, man. We'll move on. All right. let me get to this. Well, I could kind of stay on it. I think the Tekashi 6ix9ine. Oh, I erased it. But the Tekashi 6ix9ine. It is what it is. He snitched. And he snitched, and it was a. That's really what it was. He snitched, and now he's going to possibly get out on time served, which is going to be crazy. I wonder how the public. I'm going to watch and see how the public takes to Tekashi 6ix9ine. Now another talented dude who trolled himself into real trouble. All right. That'll do it for that part. Now let's move on to something that I saw this weekend. I saw Shazam. Now I will turn the trailer down so you guys don't have to hear it, but basically about a young guy who gets power from this wizard and becomes a superhero. It's got comedy in there. It's got some lighthearted feel good moments in there. That scene right there was the best scene in the movie to me, and that's later on. Now let's stop it. Oh dang, I didn't get a chance to stop it right here because my real problem was the suit. Why do y'all got this dude super swole in his suit? It looked weird. It looked weird. The storyline was a bit weird. DC has missed the mark again. I just think DC, the people that are writing at DC have missed the mark. Is it worth seeing with your kids? Yes. Saw it with mine. They thought it was great. They thought it was pretty good. They was like, yo, it was good. So I think I gave it in my mind a 7.5, 7. Is it worth seeing at the movie with your kids? Yes. If you're going to take a date to see it, if you two grown people to see this, I would wait. If you're going with your kids, perfect. Another grown person, and if you're a comic book person, you're going to critique the movie the whole way through. It's a lot of comedy trying to cover up the lack of storyline surrounding Shazam. Shazam is actually one of the cooler, like really cooler superheroes in DC's universe. But they have goofballed it out. So my point is, how do you take this and turn it into something where he connects into the rest of the DC movies? It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Again, some of the fights, cool, some cool moments. Those are some of the cool moments right there. But again, guys, it's full of just awkward moments, things that don't seem to go together. And again, if you're going with another adult, I would pass. If you got kids, take them to see it. They'll love it. Definitely a 7. Even the more I talk about it, I might say 6.5, 7. You know what I mean? It didn't hit the mark. I think, and not because I'm waiting for the end game from Avengers. No, I just think DC had an opportunity with a really cool superhero to do something. If you haven't seen Captain Marvel, I would see Captain Marvel before I see this in a heartbeat. And people gave Captain Marvel a lot of flack, and I thought it was a decent movie. I gave that one about an 8. But go see it. Let me know. Let me know what you think about it. All right. Okay, that being said, that'll do it for Kapone Live. I will try to do them on Monday and Wednesdays because I try to do it over the weekend and it just doesn't work. All right, so I appreciate everybody for watching. Remember, Shazam. If you're two grown people, stay away. Stay away from Shazam. If you got kids, definitely go see it. Kodack Black. We'll see what happens with Kodak. I'm wilding, thinking about. I'm thinking about this. He trying to do a heartfelt apology. Okay, guys, we'll watch the heartfelt apology. Let's just watch it before we get off, just so so we can get some context. Let's watch it. Come on, play. See, my computer don't even want to play the heartfelt apology. There we go.
Hey, listen though. Hey, real shit. This gonna be my last time. It's gonna be my last time talking about this. If I disrespected you, knowing nothing, in any shape or form, I'm sorry. Even though I didn't. And rest in peace to dude. Y'all already know what I said. I said, dude, encourage me to do shit for the community. But anyhow, my bad to them two. But for all you other people like trying to fake act like y'all love boying me on the internet or checking me on the internet, that's how you feel, bro. That's how y'all want to feel. Rest in peace to dude. If I disrespected knowing nothing in any way, even though I know I didn't, my bad. My bad. But listen, I got niggas who I say fuck you to their face, so I ain't gotta get no off of a nigga who in the great, oh, none of that shit. And that's not even the kind of face I want. I don't even want that on my old heater nigga who said, so I'm gonna get that off me. Get that off me. But I said what I said, y'all know this ain't even me to even be like, I'm saying my bad to Lauren London. I'm talking about Lauren London and Nixon, like, but whoever else, whatever. But my bad, Lauren London, Nunu, my bad, Nunu, my bad, Nix. Then I got that Nix with blue on. I ain't even, bitch, I ain't disrespect dude to even say my bad. Suck a baby dick. All you old niggas reaching. Fuck y'all.
Watching that even made me even more like, that's it. Anybody that says that talks like that has never had any real repercussions in their life. It's just it. It is what it is. He's never had any real repercussions in his life, and he is going to feel this one though. Promise. All of the tough guy stuff, it isn't even about violence on violence and people, but you realize that you are selling music. That you are selling something, so you can't be that much of a dick to people and a dick to everybody, and you're selling something that you need the people to support. You need people to support you so you make money. It's like, I think they forget that. That, you need to support to make money. You need radio stations. You need other people. You need jocks. You need people to support you. And if they're not buying into you because you're such a dick, you're going to lose. That dude you something else, bro. God bless you. All right, man, with that being said, subscribe, share this video, and we'll be doing another one on Wednesday, and I appreciate you watching. I will talk to y'all later.